when I had a great teacher. And I'm sure many of you at this time can visualize and remember a time when you had a special grandmother, special grandfather that you can recall that spent so much time and so much enjoyed your voice and your company that they found no problem helping you, being with you, to share time with you. So this story is about grandmother, the cradle board maker. So as I share this story with you, think of the old one, the one that is special to you. Long ago, I remember my grandmother, the Apache cradle board maker. The old woman was strong and tough. As old as she was, she could outclimb us on the cliffs. She would carry more. This old woman took us on a little field trip one morning. "Come follow me," she said. "I need to gather the materials to make a new cradle board. Your auntie has just had a new baby. I must begin a cradle board quickly for the little one." So my sister, my two brothers, and I, we followed the trail that led down to the river by our house. Underneath the canopy of cottonwood trees, we walked, looking at the cliff where there was an erosion, and it exposed a big cord of the root of the mesquite tree. My grandmother climbed up there, and from her knife sheath, she cut off a long length of the mesquite. She said, "It'll be the frame for baby's cradle, one of the hardest woods to be found." And then she climbed down, and with the cord in hand, she walked along the stream, and there she saw in the breeze thickets of willows dancing. She looked to see which one danced the most. "They are the most flexible," she said. And she asked permission, as she did with the mesquite tree, to take a part of that plant. And with her knife, she cut off some here and some there and some over here until she had a great bundle. "This will be the hood that will protect the baby. When the baby falls by accident, the willow will bend and bounce the baby's head," she said. And then she said, "Now let's go up above the river. There we'll find some yucca." And she found yucca and a stalk coming out from the sharp blades. And she took the yucca and she chopped it off. And then she cut them into small sections. And she bundled them up and she took it home. And we followed the old one back up the trail, back to the house. As we scattered, my brothers, my sister, and I, to go about playing as we always did, I looked back at grandmother, and there she was under the tree with all the fresh shavings of all the things that she had gathered. She was putting all the cradle boards together. As she saw that she was almost done with one, she wanted to see how it felt. She began to rock back and forth under that tree. And as my younger sister, my younger brothers ran off, I stopped and I stood there looking back at grandmother. And I could hear her. As she closed her eyes, she held a cradle board that was half finished, just to see if it felt just right. And she sang a lullaby song. And I can still hear her humming that song to this very day. Your way, your way, your hey, yo. Whoa, way, yo, hey, yo, hey, whoa. Yo, hey, yo, hey. Grandma's long gone now. But the cradle that she made for me when I began my life, it has a place of honor in my wall. And when I am lonely and I am troubled, my wife and children look to me for guidance. When I want to be strong, I go into my room, in my bedroom. I close and lock the door, and I sit on my bed, and I look up at the golden yellow cradle where life began for me. And I say, Grandma, be with me now. I need your wise words. I need your arms to hold me close. Please, grandmother, be with me now and help me to help my wife and children. And as I close my eyes, I could hear Grandma still singing that song. And as I close my eyes, I could almost see her sitting under that tree, singing to this very day. Whoa. To all grandmothers, ahia, thank you.